So here's the steering wheel we have on our Tercel right now, and we're gonna be replacing this one because this is disintegrating from, and it's uncomfortable driving it because there's some a little uncomfortable areas. So we are gonna take this one off, and we're gonna be putting this new or used but new one in better shape to our Toyota Tercel. So it's the same color, black. This one is being worn down a little bit longer or more worn down than the one we have or we bought. So we're gonna show you the process. We're gonna be using the same airbag, so we're just gonna transfer the airbag to the new steering wheel or the new used steering wheel. So how to replace the steering wheel in a 91 to a 94 Toyota Tercel. And this came out from a 91 to a 94 Toyota Tercel as well, so it's the same model. It's just that we don't have the airbag for this one, so we're gonna be using this airbag. So we'll show you the process of how this is done. So for this procedure, what we do is we disconnect our battery, so we don't have a airbag that will deploy while we're doing this replacement. So we disconnect our battery from the negative, so we open the circuit or we cancel power to the system. So we are dealing with the airbag, so we don't want the airbag to deploy on us while we're doing the replacement on the steering wheel, so we disconnect it. So this steering wheel will come off. We have these access points. There's one on this side, and then we have one more on this side. Those are cover plates or cover plastics for the airbag screw down point that keeps the airbag into the steering wheel. So that's why disconnected the power, so nothing happens or the airbag doesn't deploy. We don't know if it will react or not, so that's why we disconnected the power. So now that we have no power, we take these points off, and we can access the screws or the bolts that are holding that airbag to the steering wheel. To take those covers off, those plastic off, we gotta use a flathead screwdriver. We gotta pry it open from by the airbag and split it, and it comes off. And that gives access to the bolt that is a T30 that holds the airbag from one side, and there's another screw or bolt on the other side that holds the airbag towards the steering wheel. Once we loosen those two bolts, the airbag should work itself off, and then we can unplug it. We undo this other side as well. Comes off, and these plastics that we took off, they're left and right side, so there's a letter behind it, so you don't try to put them on the wrong spot, because they do fit only on their own side. They don't fit on the other side. They look almost the same, but they don't do the same. They don't fit the same because the shape of the plastic. So left and right, remember that. Now that we have access to this side for that bolt T30, and on this side for the T30, we can start loosening bolt so we can extract the airbag from the steering wheel, and then we disconnected it. And this is how it looks, folks. T30, and this is how it looks, the special tool for the airbag bolts. So I recommend that you use the special tool to remove those bolts, one on this side and one on this side, like we show you, because if you don't use that, you're gonna damage the airbag and you're never gonna be able to take it out. Okay, folks, so now that we have pulled, or we have taken all the screws all the way out, now we can pull on the airbag out, but you gotta be gentle, careful, because there's some clips that they clip into the honk area, and when they're clipped on, sometimes the screws are on the way. You gotta pull on it a little bit. So pull the screws out and then work it out a little bit. It's gonna be a little rough, it's gonna be a little difficult, but just be careful when you do the pull not to keep going. Just calculate to stop right here, because you got a wire connected from the airbag. You don't want to damage that. So now we have done that. We have the airbag off. Undo the electrical or the wire so we can completely remove the airbag. So okay folks, we have the airbag, and to disconnect it we have to lift this tab here, and there's another little tab on the other side right there. And all it is that this tab on this side and this tab on this side, all it is keeping a lock on top of the actual clip that does the electrical or the signal. So it's a lock for a lock. So we have to open it, lift that, open the other side, open it, so this lifts like a gate, and we can push the opening point. So you saw that folks, this is just a gate or a locking mechanism. So the pin or the actual push area where it would undo itself from the electrical or the signal never undo itself unless somebody does it, or so when an accident happens, if this is disconnected, the airbag wouldn't deploy. So that's why they put this securing point or access point, so it is like a lock, so it never undo itself unless somebody does it. I've undone this. We can undo this. We can push this tab down and then slide the electrical out, and that will get our airbag to be disconnected from the car. So now that we have the airbag completely taken off and this is exposed, we disconnected it as well. So now we have this nut that is holding the steering wheel to the column, and this nut is a 19 millimeter. So we're gonna have to take it off, and once we take it off, the steering wheel is not gonna come off. We're gonna have to put an extractor to pull it away from the column. So because there's a pressure, or there is being jam in there for so much time, so we're gonna do that. So we take the nut and then we extract the steering wheel from the column. And before we start pulling our steering wheel off, what I want to say is that you want to mark or just get a sign where this is the top, because I know my car steers a little bit crooked, so now the steering wheel is always tilted to the left. So now when I'm gonna mark, and I know that this is about top for the shaft, so I'm gonna mark it that's up. So when I pull the steering wheel, when I put the other one, I'm gonna follow that line as a guide, so I can tilt a little bit the steering wheel more to the right, so when I'm driving it'll be level, or it'll be as much as straight as I can get it. So remember, mark this as you know your car, if it's driving always tilted to the left, so now you can adjust it from here, from the steering wheel, once you put it on. So that's one advice, or mark it so you know where the shaft's supposed to be pointing up on the middle, so when you put the other steering wheel. So for this procedure, we're gonna be using a steering wheel puller, and this is how it looks. It's different tools, but what we're doing is we're gonna have these bolts bolt on to the steering wheel, and this is gonna be pushing into the column. So we're creating pressure just to break the bond, so that like this. So this one and this one are gonna be bolted down into this hole and this hole, and this guy is gonna be pushing pressure into the column. So it's pushing into it and then pulling the steering wheel out at the same time, but we don't want to jank on it. We're doing it slowly, so we break the bond slowly, and we don't want to damage the column, because this is really important job to do with a puller. And this is where they will just bolt down to pull the steering wheel away. So we put that one in there, the other one here, and then the pressure is going to be in the column. So this is how it's set up. We got pressure now, a little bit of pressure just by hand into the column shaft, and then this plate is following the threads. As we thread it in, it comes back, and that's pushing against the shaft. And this bolts, there's one on each side that is pulling one on each side of the steering wheel, so we pull it uniform, so we don't pull more from one side than the other, and we break it. So we want to break the bond on the steering column and the steering wheel, and that's how we're using a puller. And like I said, there's different kinds. We're using this one, and this is a pretty simple one, so it's nothing expensive about this. So we just start turning this, and then we break the bond from the steering wheel into the column. So at this point we can start spinning, thread it in our rod so it pulls this plate off, and it comes with the bolts, and that pulls the steering wheel. So we turn it. It's not gonna take many turns. We're just gonna break. You'll see that it's just gonna break the bond. So as we could see, friends, we only turned it 1.5 turns or less, and that broke the bond from the steering wheel into the column or the shaft. So now we can take it off. It's loose, and the only thing that holds that steering wheel to that column is the nut and the bond of the wedge when it gets pressed in or threaded in, tightening in. But we still have the horn attached to the steering wheel. We gotta disconnect this so you don't pull that and yank that wire off. So you still gotta disconnect this wire. So now we have disconnected our horn, so we can pull the steering wheel completely off the column. So as you could see, folks, this is the one we took off. This is the one that is disintegrating, and it was uncomfortable because sometimes this will disintegrate while we're driving, and some of the stuff will get on our hands, and it was uncomfortable. So that's why we decided to replace it. It was in okay conditions, but it's coming to the point where it needed to be replaced. So we're replacing it with this one, which is the same car steering wheel from another Tercel, just in better conditions. Okay, folks, I want to show you something. There's this arrows, and mine is like, it was like this. The shaft, the steering column was straight, but this wasn't straight. So it says here how to adjust it. Here is the instructions: point from wheel straight ahead, rotate 3 turns from left end, align match marks, red marks. So I didn't had the wheels turn anywhere. It was straight. All I did, I just brought it from there to here, and that's straight on the column, on the wheels, and on this part. So I just had to adjust it a little bit. So this is one tip. Okay, folks, so at this point we have everything ready to go. So we get our new steering wheel, we get our wires or a signal from our airbag, we make sure that the bottom still align the back, and we find the center on the gears, and we push into it, and now we got the steering wheel center with the wheels. So now we plug in our horn, and then we put our 19mm nut, tightening it down, and then we start putting back our airbag back in. So at this point, folks, we plug in our airbag, we lock it in place, the signal, and then we start setting it back into the steering wheel so we can start bolting it down. So now that we have our airbag connected, tightening down the steering wheel, connected the horn, now what we do is we flip our airbag over, we guide it, we push into it, and now it is in place. So now what we have to do is we have to tighten our T30 on this side and our T30 on this side as well. So we tighten those two, and we should be on, and put the plastic covers on the side for the access, and we should be done. So now we have done the replacement on this 91-94 Toyota Tercel. So now we just go connect our battery on the motor compartment, and then we see how this new steering wheel reacts to this. Okay folks, the tools that we used for this job was a screwdriver to remove the panel or get the access point of the screws or the bolts that hold on the airbag, and then we use the T30 hex to get the bolts off of the airbag so we can remove it, and then with the extension and a 19mm to remove the bolt or the nut from that holds the steering wheel towards the column with hand ratcheting or electric ratcheting. Well, you can use either one. I use the electric a lot, so I want to show you that. And then we use the extractor, the puller, for the steering wheel to pull it off of the column, and we use the hardware with it, and then we use an adjustable wrench to spin the puller. So these are the tools. We keep it basic. The only special tool we used was a puller. So I just wanted to show you that this is the most difficult tool you are gonna run into to pull this job. And these are the tools that we use for this job. Okay folks, so everything looks normal. Now we got the light of the door open, so let's put the key in the ignition, open the key, everything came on, we start our car, and it starts. No problems with the airbag. I know I have an airbag light before I did the replacement, so I'm gonna check on that, but everything looks normal. They didn't deploy it, so let's see if the honk works. Okay, so it works. So this is how you replace a steering wheel on a 91 to a 94 Toyota Tercel, and hopefully this video was useful, and we'll see you soon with more videos here en el canal de Chano Jose.